Hello, welcome back to the Double Cleanse podcast, a podcast where we talk about the beauty and influencer space in general. My name is James Welsh. I am an influencer of 10 years and a skincare enthusiast.
And I'm Robert Welsh, professional makeup artist and content creator.
Hi, we just had lunch. Listen, the best thing about coming to London is always the food options.
The food options.
Because I feel like when we lived here, we probably lived in London for like 8 years, right? I never cared. Like, we'd go to Nando's at the end of the road or that bagel place that always gave us the poots.
Yeah.
But whenever I come to London now, the first thing I do is type in the address of the hotel
and see what's around. They had Popeyes here for a while.
I can't believe
which we don't get.
Although
anywhere.
I had that last time I was in London, like a
chicken
couple weeks back. It wasn't as good.
Oh, it was so good last time we had it.
No,
it's either that or Mr. Beast burger, which is basically a burger dipped in vinegar.
Can I just say that is the worst food I think we've ever had in our lives. And I ordered a cheese toasty, and it was 2 upside down burger buns with a slice of American cheese in the middle. Plastic cheese.
That's pretty much, yeah.
It was, in fact, everything was made from burger buns and plastic cheese.
Resources.
Turned into something else.
Saving money on resources.
It was absolutely insane. And tell you what, his chocolate can fuck off too. Honestly, you like it, don't you?
I like the peanut butter one.
Yeah, but
the one with
any chocolate with peanut butter in the middle tastes nice.
Yeah,
but this was like advent calendar chocolate.
It was Christmas time chocolate. It was it arrived his generic holiday season chocolate. Yeah, it was pretty shit.
It was too much. Too much. These not celebrity, influencer food brands, I think are the weirdest things.
There's more than one?
I feel like there are more than one. They do
have
a
Emma
random
Chamberlain
collab.
coffee, which I couldn't taste the difference in the flavour. But I never can with coffees. People are always like, oh yeah, these are cherry flavour. And it's
a monkey's
like normal
eaten this and shat it out.
And now it's cherries. And I can never taste the difference ever.
No, I would love to though.
What?
Coffee, wine and fragrance. I really wish I knew
more about,
but I wish I understood. But like the differences, but you can lay out 3, like, say you have like a really cheap private bin wine from Tesco Express, right?
£1.
£1.
Yeah.
£1. Then you have like a middle range. I don't know. Then a really expensive one. I can tell you the difference. In fact, I probably like the private bin.
I thought this once, and then when I worked in a restaurant, I had to know all the alcohols.
I didn't know you spoke French.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And we had to. We had to taste all the wine so we could recommend it. I got a little bit, they allowed us to get like a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
And I could actually taste the difference. I was like, this red wine tastes like vinegar and blueberry. But this one tastes like vinegar and red.
Was that a placebo effect though? Because they were telling you what you should be tasting.
No, I went like this.
Oh, spat it back out.
Yeah.
So I also worked in a restaurant. I worked in Revolution.
That's not a restaurant. That's a bar.
They served picky bits at lunchtime. And our training was just tasting the cocktails. We didn't even make them. I think they were just getting us drunk. It was very much like,
here's
culture.
some whipped cream and some alcohol.
And they call it like slippery nipple.
Yeah, cream dream.
Yeah. I working in a bar, I don't know why, even back then, was never a job I wanted to do. Ever.
No, I actually couldn't think of anything worse than working with. Oh no, I did do that. I was a host on the British Luxury Club, which I don't think exists anymore.
Oh, yeah.
On Tottenham Court Road, I was a host, and all I did was take people to their tables.
Yeah,
and then they would have a go at me because the table wasn't good enough for them.
And what would you do? Be like, sorry,
other people are spending more money to keep their table.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, and then they'd be like, oh, well, I want to speak to the manager, and then it's in the manager's hands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
But drunk people.
Oh,
no.
Awful. No, especially when they're slurring, you can't understand them, you don't know what they're asking for.
Yeah.
I think every skincare influencer who has launched a skincare brand has done a really good job. Like, I don't think there's been a bad...
I'm trying to think of a makeup person who's on a makeup brand. Is there one?
I don't know. My favourite was Trisha Paytas's sunscreen. Do you remember that?
Jessica Simpson body whip.
Oh,
edible body whip.
Edible body whip.
Yeah.
Crackle mousse. Edible crackle mousse.
Yeah.
Listen, it's that time of the day where we do a fact or fiction about some kind of crazy shit we've seen an influencer do on the internet.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one.
Okay.
This is one I actually felt really bad for. One of the most viral and popular kind of products at the moment are those peel-off collagen masks.
Yes.
So the ones you leave on overnight.
Yeah.
And the ingredients, whatever, they go into the skin, thing as it goes clear. And everyone was doing like the morning shed where they'd remove this mask, right?
Which, how do you get to sleep when you got like a £20 of crap on your head.
I've tried it once. Horrific.
I don't believe anyone's
just the
doing
mask.
it.
No one's doing it. It was just a chance to sell this shit on TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
So riddle me this. Picture this.
Yeah.
Take yourself to this. So this one girl was wearing one from Medicube.
Okay.
Right. Very popular brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Do,
I have some.
They
I have
do.
some.
You have some. And it was her first time doing it. She's not a skincare girly. She was like, I really want to try this. Huh?
Yeah, she just saw it and was like, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. I want to wake up glowy dew or whatever.
Yeah.
And she wore it overnight. So it's probably like 9 hours, right? Which they kind of recommend you do it for. So this video shows her peeling off the top bit. Absolutely fine. Worked wonders. The second bit, so the forehead is separate, right? And then you've got your cheek and nose and chin area, which is all separate area. When you see the video, you see like these wrinkles all throughout the mask, right? It kind of looks like it's like vacuum sealed.
Like she slept on a pillow. You get pillow.
She slept on a pillow, right?
Yeah.
And she peels it off, and you kind of just think her face is gonna relax.
Yeah.
Right? She peels it off, and the wrinkles don't go. They're still there.
Oh my
They're
God.
still there. So she's like, you know what? Pillow face. It's fine.
It will.
Give it 24 hours. They've not gone.
Don't
They relaxed a little bit. 48 hours. Relax a little bit, but they're still there. I think it was one side of her cheek starts clearing up. The other side is really, really deep still. It is at the point now, 2 months on, where she has one really fine, deep line. That's not like a fine line. It doesn't look like a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Clearly caused by this because you see it in the original video.
Yeah.
She now has to get filler in her cheek just here to puff out that one line. Fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fact.
It's in fact fiction.
You're a liar.
So there is a video
liar.
of this woman using one of these masks, and her face is so wrinkled.
Oh my
She
God.
peels it off, and it's just
like it's
wrinklage.
almost like shrunk to her face.
Like it's
and
shrunk
pinched
onto her
skin.
face. Yeah, yeah. And this is what happened to me when I used it overnight.
Oh, really?
I woke up with wrinkles.
See, I don't think anyone needs to use them overnight. I think you leave it on for like 3 hours.
3-4 hours,
and
they're
take it off.
great. They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Giving you like a
On
really
your back.
nice permanent glow for, until you wash your face
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
In winter, when your skin is really dry and dehydrated, it's a nice kind of like shot of hydration for your skin.
And like, is it fine to put over skincare?
Yes,
like
that's the
sometimes
whole
I think
point,
do all
right?
your skincare and lock it in.
Yeah. So you like moisturize and whatever. But I find that when you moisturize, they slip and slide around everywhere. But then you might not want to moisturize anyway because you have this occlusive layer over for the night. So it's all going to stay trapped in anyway. But I just find that overnight thing so unnecessary. I think it's just because it takes a long time and people get bored.
Yeah, and I like to see that transformation from it being white into clear. And it's like, well, look at me.
Robert, do you have a favorite product that you want to share with us
I feel like
today?
you haven't done one. Why don't you go first?
you want me to go
actually?
first?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like we missed it.
Okay, if there's 2 things I struggle with in skincare, it's sunscreen and vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Obviously,
because, sorry, can I say you're not really meant to use vitamin C if you're going to go out in the sun, right? You do it the night.
No, it's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Oh.
actually works great with sunscreen. So it's all about antioxidative stress, external stressors.
Yeah, for sure.
They work together like really, really well.
Yeah.
So I struggle because of my rosacea for both sunscreen and vitamin C. I also have to test run sunscreens a fair bit, but this one, the Dr. G VitaClear Sun Serum, SPF 50 plus, PA4 pluses, so broad protection.
That's very
Is
protection.
so nice.
Yeah.
It's so watery, really, really dewy. If you do not like dewy skin, you're not going to like it. But it's kind of like just like water.
I thought it said P&G on it. I was like, what?
Oh no, Dr. G.
Yeah.
Did I say Dr. G?
Yeah, you did.
It's
yeah,
by
yeah.
Dr. G.
I just saw
didn't
P&G
say
and I was like,
it.
they're
Okay.
yeah.
Making it that obvious. No, but it's really, really nice. The vitamin C and E are great antioxidants, so they work great with sunscreen, against
Free radicals.
free radical damage. That's what I've been trying to say for the last
sorry.
15
I just sat here
minutes.
looking at you going.
No, you're right. You're right. Then glutathione as well, which works really, really well.
Dark spots, that kind of stuff,
yeah. Which
yeah.
I prefer to like. Everyone's was like vitamin C is great for it. I'm like glutathione's usually good for me.
I thought it was glutathione.
It probably is.
Oh, no, I mean,
I say
I
a lot of
don't
things
know.
wrong. And then niacinamide as well. So it is very much about evening out skin tone.
Yeah.
The only qualm I have with this one is it's extremely dewy. So if you were to wear this
Let me try
outside and then layer it up every 2 hours as recommended, you're gonna be
greasy.
dewy. Yeah, well, not greasy. It doesn't leave you greasy. Even with my oily T-zone, I was never greasy because it's so lightweight.
But I think visually you can look greasy even if you're not. Oh,
Yeah.
it disappears. Oh, it smells so good. Mm-hmm. Smells like sunscreen, but a bit fresher.
It's like they've tried to knock out the sunscreen smell,
Yes.
and it's like there's an undertone of it, but
That's really nice.
it's really nice.
really nice.
Yeah, it's like watery.
Really nice texture.
Yeah, Dr. G is one of those brands that I wish people knew more of.
I never heard
think
of it.
especially everyone getting into K-beauty now, it's like you should know the originals.
The basics.
The basics and, you know.
Not the basic. You
No,
know.
like the good
the
standards.
standards.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of them for me. And, you know, February, March is when I start testing all my sunscreens. And so far, I think I'll be buying, well, I got one plus one from Olive Young, but I will be getting more of this one for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
nice.
like that. It smells good too. And that's
Yeah.
what you really want on your face, isn't it?
Yeah. But this is a product I love from a brand I love. But what about products we love from brands we hate?
Could that even exist?
How natural.
Well, that felt like a natural slip.
Yeah, it was a natural
Yeah.
slip. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Because there are lots of brands we don't like, and they're usually for ethical reasons.
Yeah,
or
like
just
the
'cause they
owner
piss us
is
off,
horrendous, you
Yeah.
know, or they've done something really, really stupid.
or really annoying.
Yeah,
in
but there
general.
are just some, like, I mean, that's why there's so many brands, because we don't all like the same stuff, right?
Right.
So, of course, we're going to dislike things. One thing, sorry, that really, just before we get into this, that really annoys me is if I was to, like, say I don't like something from a brand, and then, but I like something else from that brand, people are like, but I thought you didn't like that brand. So, no, I don't like that product from that
Yeah, I
brand.
don't like that product.
Doesn't mean I hate the whole brand.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of what we're looking at today, but a bit more reverse, I guess.
I
Like,
guess so.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair if we start off by saying the brand and then why we dislike them, then go to
Yes,
the product.
that's right. And I feel like my list I have coming up is because I want all these brands to do better than they're doing.
I have a few petty reasons, but then there are a few normal reasons.
Okay.
You go first.
So the first one is from the brand The Balm.
Who?
Do you remember The Balm?
No, who the fuck are the
So they're
Balm?
almost like Soap and Glory. They do all that old style, like 50s
Can
packaging.
I just ask something?
Yeah.
Why is Soap and Glory so popular in America? Aren't they just
Oh.
like a boots brand?
Yeah, it's like...
I mean, the stuff smells nice.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know.
The Balm did all those like matte hues, and it was like a makeup palette, it's eyeshadow palette that was all matte finishes, but it had like a 50s businessman on. You know The Balm?
I've never
Remember
heard of
the
this
Balm?
brand in my life.
Okay, that's exactly what we're going to talk about.
What?
So there's a product called Mary Lou Manizer Powder Highlighter.
There's so many
So we
words
actually
that I
use
don't
this.
understand.
Okay, so the reason I don't like the brand is because they have never changed since when they first came out. It's been, this is our thing, tongue-in-cheek, 1950s pin-up-y kind of vibes, right? All their packaging looks like it's a newspaper.
Okay.
You will know it when you see it. And they've never gone from there. They've never adapted into anything else. They could have kept the same aesthetic. I can never say the word aesthetic, like Benefit kind of has, you know, but made it a bit more modern. But they do this highlighter, and I remember using this. We did a video on our joint channel where we do this series of historically accurate makeup series, and we did one which was early 2000s.
Yeah.
And this was the highlighter that we used in that video. And it was so nice. It was so natural on the skin. It looked like just a natural glow. It didn't look like product sitting on top of the skin. It was so beautiful. But I just wish the brand would do something.
Like change a little bit.
Like, how are you getting by?
Are they like not fixing what's not broken? Or do you think it's like...
When was the last time you heard about the Balm?
I've never heard of the Balm.
Right.
Balm?
Yeah, like Balm. Balm.
No, neither of those.
Yeah, Balm.
No, I don't think any of that.
It's both. Balm.
Why that name though?
Maybe they started out making balms.
That feels very 1950s actually. That feels quite...
I mean, it's not from the 1950s.
No, but that's their thing, right?
That's their thing.
Right.
But it's just very like, you've done this the whole time. And I haven't seen changes in anything, but their prices are ridiculous.
Oh, really?
They're absolutely extortionate. So it's not that I hate the brand. Well, I do kind of. When I see them, I'm a little bit like,
Like, oh, still.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're doing that again.
yeah. And it's like, they, you know, just wish like, they were a staple once, they were a classic once, but there is a point, like you said, it's like, are they not fixing what's not broken? It's like, I think they
But
need
you could do more.
You could do more, and you can
Yeah.
actually modernize your formulas a little bit.
I feel like the 1950s thing is very much like, do you remember when we were younger?
Yeah.
And like 1950s became hugely popular
Yes.
for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it was after the Audrey Hepburn
Yes.
Diamond Take-Out
Yes,
spritz.
yeah, it's done as that.
And 1950s became
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
I feel like it's a very niche audience that loves the aesthetic of
Yeah.
1950s
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe they could rebrand and go TikTok viral.
Get on TikTok, go viral. But it just reminds me of one of those brands where you're in some random like discount shop and then you're like, oh my God, the Balm.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but it's still $42 or £42 for a lipstick set. Honestly, their prices are insane. And it's like, nobody knows you anymore.
Yeah.
Like, let's bring it back a little bit. And,
yeah.
Well, that was really rude,
that's
actually.
what I mean.
I just want them to do better.
Yeah, you just want what's best for them?
I just...
Well, let me tell you my one, right? Because we talked about
it's a good highlighter.
It's a good highlighter. In the last episode, Caudalie. Now, let me explain first of all why I dislike them. I don't hate them. Hate is just a catchy title we came out with for funsies.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I like Caudalie quite a
Listen,
bit, quite
I
a bit
don't
much.
dislike them. I think when any product goes viral and is explained in a stupid way, like their clay mask, the clay mask, and people are like, it's drawing out impurities. You see those dots? It's like, you just have large pores.
You just have big pores.
And the beauty elixir, I think, it kind of makes you a little bit resentful for the brand. We won't talk about that again. But one thing that I struggle with Caudalie is I get mixed messages from them, right? They're very much like, they're very much the no nasties. We don't include, paraben free, blah, 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 blah. Yet they're very science led by this like grape thing. It's like, are you science? Are you not science?
Yeah.
And then also on their website, for example, they'll say that they're free from all this stuff, yet put peppermint or fucking citrus. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like
I see
you're
saying.
putting the worst things in a thing, but you're saying you're gentle.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what the Yucca app is?
No.
So the Yucca,
is that nasty app?
It's an ingredient checking app.
Okay.
Yeah, where they...
But doesn't it come out like toxic?
Yeah, they incorrectly rate things by cherry pick data.
Right.
And they Caudalie put the Yucca ratings of the products in, and it's kind of a bit like they say Yucca safe or whatever, Yucca approved. It's like, no one fucking cares. Like, do you believe in science or do you not?
Do you not? Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I don't believe in this case two things can be true at once, because either you
believe
understand
the
the
facts
science
or you don't.
Yeah,
absolutely.
when it comes to formulation.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm going to have to read it because their names always confuse me. The Reversatrol Lift Firming Eye Gel Cream.
Is that the one with the metal
It is
thing?
the one with the metal thing.
I love
it's
that one.
Very, very nice.
In the purple packaging, the deep packaging.
And I think I got it because Selena Gomez used it in her Harper's Bazaar Get Ready
Oh,
With Me or
really?
something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. And I did like a video where I was copying her routine. And it is so nice.
So nice.
Is it anything beyond a nice, hydrating, slightly plumping under eye cream? No, but it does it very, very, very well.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to touch on that resveratrol thing because I'm not quite sure how much I believe the
It's
science
like
behind
it's like
that.
from red grapes, right? The skin
Something
off a
like
grape.
that. I think it's just a nice antioxidant, really.
Yeah. I think it's meant to be anti-aging or whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But collagen, hyaluronic acid, so you get that nice hydration. And it's obviously not plumping where it's going to give you bags under your eyes.
Right.
But it's just a nice eye-safe moisturizer, essentially, which isn't something I used to be bothered about, but because I used to be able to
love
use
an
any
eye
old
cream.
shit.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
love eye
But it gets to a point where something's too thick or not enough nowadays. And I can see my eyes going crepey. So if I don't use a dedicated eye cream with dedicated ingredients,
for that
particularly
area.
made for that delicate skin, I'm going to see a difference. So I was pleasantly surprised. But we also mentioned we like their grape water.
I like the majority of their products. I don't think I've had an issue with any of their products.
Remind me of Glossier to the point where it's they remind me of Glossier where it's like you're not going to get amazing results from these products. In my experience of what I've seen online, if you have decent skin in the first place, you're gonna like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Glossier is made for people with good skin who want to play pretend and have a basic. Like,
I'm doing so
routine.
much makeup.
I'm doing so much for my skin.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of get from Caudalie. And I think people have varying kind of like experience with it.
Yeah.
For me, it was fine. It's just fine. Do I hate Caudalie? No. I just wish they'd do better.
I just want what's best for them. Another brand for me that I wish, and I mentioned them already, Benefit.
Yes.
Grow up. Let's stop doing this. It's just...
I feel like we're always attacking Benefit. So
but you know what? Benefit do some great products. And one of their tried, true, and tested products is Hoola bronzer.
We literally used this the other day.
Yeah, right? I love the tone of Hoola. They did one at Christmas. It was like a limited edition, but it's the perfect bronze tone. Like it is bronze. It's not orange. It's nothing like that. The reason I dislike Benefit is because I think they're outdated. I think everything they do is outdated. They also do the thing where it's like, here's big boob mascara.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't need to call it that.
Yeah.
They do these crazy, like, cheeky, like, names. And it's like, okay,
that used to be very much like a early 2000s makeup thing.
Yes.
Right? The names were always like a little bit raunchy.
It's like, why is it always related to like a sex thing with you, Benefit? And I just don't like their branding. I don't like some of the stuff they do. But they do some great products, including their brow products. But Hoola is like one of the best bronzers. Somebody commented on my Instagram, was like, I'm looking for a bronzer that doesn't have glitter. It's just a normal bronzer. And I was like, Hoola. Hoola is like a classic.
Yeah.
And it's really well done.
Yeah.
But again, it comes in that card box with that fucking brush.
Oh, the dusty brush. It looks like it's secondhand.
Use it to clean the inside of your car.
That brush, it was like a free gift that someone
free
on Etsy
gift.
was giving
Free
you.
gift. You just bought a magazine in the 90s and they're like, oh my God, what can we get?
Stickers and a brush.
Stickers and a brush for your horse, or your toy horse.
For My Little Pony.
My Little Pony horse. It's just, they need to, and I'm sure they don't need to, because I'm sure they're doing extremely well.
They've obviously kept
They
it.
don't need the advice from us to, but I feel like they do need to age it up a little bit. It's giving my first makeup.
Yeah, I think they could have like a really interesting rebrand.
Yeah.
I think they can still stick to that little like tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. But like, I feel like at the moment they're still like, I kind of get a 1950s thing.
I do too, pin up.
And I kind of want them to go more Barbie.
It would be cute if they did.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not like childish, but a bit more pink and white.
Yes.
A bit more kind of like Glossier, but a bit more like
a bit more pink and white.
Old-fashioned-y girl.
They can do it millennial pink.
I think so.
And I don't know. I'll be very interested to see who their target audience is.
Are the kids using Benefit?
Are the kids using Benefit? I don't see them much online.
I don't.
In terms of that, I think Benefit is very much, I think they do something really good when it comes to their brow products. You like their brow products, that's your return product, you know what I mean? And they used to do that foundation, they used to do in the record thing.
Yeah.
The record compact. It was just like this cream. Oh, I loved it.
I was going to say Boo Boo Zap.
Boo Boo Zap.
Do you still do Boo Boo Zap?
No. Oh, I don't know.
That was drying.
Yeah,
that was
I
like
loved it so much.
It
Though.
worked.
If you wanted a spot gone, that was the best thing to use.
But it would work because it would dry your skin out. Then you'd usually be left with a dark spot. After that you'd have to spend like months trying to correct. But it got rid of whiteheads and spots.
Do you remember so they used to this range? I think it was called Dr. Something, and there was a couple on the front kissing, and it was all lip products. So they did the best lip exfoliator. It was like buffing very slightly, and it wasn't too abrasive. It was so good. But then again, they've always had that thing of like, it's Dr. Something. There's two people kissing on the packaging, you know, boo boo. Ooh.
They did launch some skincare.
They still do.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, speaking of it being outdated, it very much reminded me of the skincare we use as teenagers. It was all zero
so
pore.
they've just released that clay mask thing with the nose spatula thing on, which
is it a clay mask?
I think it's really outdated. I think it's very old fashioned.
I think especially when you have brands like Ilso who have that spatula, but the spatulas are tall, right?
Yes.
A clay mask, and it's like, is it a sonic tool?
No.
Is it battery pouch
So
just
my
a tool?
concern with it is it's very small. It's on the lid, so it's a detachable lid. So you either have to hold it right at the top of a thing, or hold the product as it empties and push that on your skin. And those spatulas can be quite sharp.
If you don't know what you're doing with them, they can.
Yeah,
be
so
very
either the packaging's gonna, as you're pressing, or you're pushing too hard because you're so close to the actual spatula itself. So I do think a lot of their formulas are outdated, and their packaging seems outdated, and the brand in general.
Yeah,
I think something needs to be going on or something done. But Hoola is
yeah. Those poor products were just like, I remember looking at them being like if
Yeah.
I was 14, great, but not now. Not now.
But Hoola, we're gay for Hoola.
Gay for Hoola.
So despite my issues with their branding, it's none of my business.
Oh,
Hoola's great.
none of your
I
business.
just want what's best for them.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Robert, speaking of what's best, do you have a best product you've
I
been enjoying
do.
this week?
Wow.
I'm really
I
doing
do.
it.
I'm talking about an indie brand today. Now, if you're in the UK, I'm really sorry. This is very difficult to get.
Right.
But it's so worth it. This is from a brand called Phytosurgence Cosmetics, which is a very
Say
long...
that again.
Phytosurgence.
Surgeons. Okay.
No, not...
Surgeons.
Surgeons. Phytosurgence. That's a word.
For some reason, that didn't help me.
Phytosurgence.
Can I just have a look?
It's a word. Do you not know this word? Phytosurgence.
Surgeons. Oh, sorry.
What did
Okay.
you say?
I thought you were saying surgeons. Oh, surgeons.
No, I
surgeons.
wasn't
Okay.
saying. You need to listen.
No, it's just you can't pronounce your T's for some reason. Even though there's no T in it.
That lady, she's an old lady, and she's mishearing everyone.
No.
And they were saying the same thing. She goes, you guys need to pronounce more. So this is an indie brand. I think it's based in, I want to say Canada. And they do loads of really, really cool stuff. But this is their cream blush. And this is a shade Plume. This was so popular. I bought this. Actually, I'm kind of annoyed because I bought this. I was waiting for ages because it went out of stock. And it's this small tub, like a glass tub of cream blush. And the shades are so cold. They're like these grey tones. Ooh. Yeah, really off a moment colors, like mauves and all this stuff. But you can also buy like bronzy tones, stuff like that. So I was waiting for this to come back in stock online, and then I ordered it. I got it sent to the American address and shipped to me. And when I posted about it, everyone messaged me, "Oh my God, I love this brand. I love this brand." Like, why has no one told me about this brand? They are incredible. The formula of this is like creamy. It's not greasy. It's not balmy. It's not dry. It's somewhere in between. And it is. I tried it on the other day and I could not stop looking at it. I was like, this is one of the best blushes I have ever used in my entire life.
How much? Is it expensive?
So it's $21.
That's really good.
It is good for a blush, and how much you get as well, which is, I'll tell you.
And for an indie brand too.
Yeah. 4 grams. 4 grams.
4 grams.
But this is a shade Plume, and it's this really, it looks kind of like grayish, kind of.
From here, it looks grey, brown, and purple.
That's exactly it.
And I think Plume is the perfect name for it.
No, right? I don't know what Plume means, but yes.
I mean, think Plume. Yeah. Whatever color you see.
Think of like your favorite kind of, I guess, like brownie blush with a bit of grey. And they also do a grey, which I think this year, all these grey shades are coming back in. I really see the influence of Chinese makeup trends coming in.
Finally.
Yeah, and it is grey. Not grey as in just the colour grey, but all these muted mauvey tones. And I really think these shades, why they sell so well is because people are like adapting to these and really seeing the benefit of using these more muted shades rather than, because I mean, we get all these blushes now that are all the same shade of pink.
Yeah.
It's all the same range we get all the time. A deep purple, an orange that isn't too orange, a pink, and that's it. So this is a really, really good brand. Literally not even exaggerating. And I bought these myself. One of the best blush formulas I've ever used ever.
And a very good price for an indie brand as well.
And I would choose this over a lot of high-end brands as well. Yes.
I'm going to share a petty reason I don't like a brand now. Kiehl's. There's numerous reasons.
Kiehl's men's skincare.
Kiehl's men's skincare.
Yeah.
Reason the one.
Yeah.
It is the go-to for men.
Trying to get a skincare routine.
Trying to get into skincare routine.
Great. We love that.
Entry level, love that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Good entry level.
Good entry level. But one thing that like whenever there is a man who I won't presume the sexuality, but when they're talking to me in the comments, they're always like, "What do you think of Kiehl's?" I'm like, I don't want to be discouraging because I'm like, that's great, but have you tried this? I was actually speaking to our cosmetic chemist friend and brand owner, Alex of Educated Miss, and we both pretty much said at the same time, why is it the men's go-to? So
it's Kiehl's.
It's Kiehl's. Yeah. It's always Kiehl's. Yeah. And it's fine, but I do believe it's a little bit outdated. It's kind of like Benefit. Like, I don't feel like they've done much.
Yeah.
It's all very apothecary.
It's men's barber. I think that's why it appeals to men, because it looks like you're looking for like, where's a bit that says for men?
Yeah. They have some great products.
They do.
I just can't use it because of the fragrances, and not in the sense that like, oh, they've added in fragrance. Sometimes the concoctions of ingredients that are being used and are favored by Kiehl's makes me want to throw up.
Yes, travel sick.
Also, I hate the way the staff wear lab coats. It doesn't make sense.
Are you a scientist?
Are you a doctor?
Who else is that? Is it Estée Lauder Clarins or Clinique?
I don't know. Clinique, don't they wear red suits, or they wear a red coat or something?
That might be.
There's a reason for that though. And
I think it's in tradition. Yeah.
But the same with Kiehl's. I think it's to represent like the brand founder or something like that. But and the shops remind me of like an after-school science program where they mix things together.
Oh my God! Yeah.
With the neon lights and the lab coat and the skeleton. I'm sure there's very lovely stories behind it.
Yes.
But I think for me, I'm always like, when people say, "Oh, have you tried this from Kiehl's?" I'm like, "Yes." But now
have you also tried this?
Yeah. Which I don't know why.
It's like step 1, Kiehl's. Step 2, try something else.
It's like step 1, simple. Step 2, you know? Mm-hmm. There's no reason. They do some great products that work for a lot of people. Stick with it if it works for you. And in fact, one of my favorite products dark spot correcting products of all time is the Kiehl's Clearly Corrective Dark Spot Correcting Serum.
That's a lot of correcting.
It's a lot of correcting in one thing. But this is essentially, very long story short, a salicylic acid serum.
Okay.
So it's a bit more of a treatment serum that you probably wouldn't use every single day.
Yeah.
But what I loved about it is how gentle it actually was on the skin when you use it correctly. I didn't at the time. Then I found out how to properly use it. It was great. Again, really, when you look at it, really, really simple, but it just does the job. And I think that's when it comes to brands like Kiehl's, as much as I don't like them, they have been around for such a long time. Their products that are staples for a reason.
Yeah.
Like the eye cream. I don't like that avocado fucking eye cream, but it's still around.
I can't remember using any of their products.
It's so thick. It's literally like using, what's that cheese that everyone pretends to like in bagels that you actually like?
Philadelphia.
No,
I was
everyone
like,
has
how do you not like Philadelphia?
No, what's the lumpy cheese that everyone
Cottage
pretends to like?
cheese. I love cottage cheese.
No, you don't.
I like cottage cheese.
No, you don't. Everyone got into it because it was a good source of protein. And now they
I
pretend to
just like it because it's lumpy cheese.
Robert's shaking as he says that. He does not like it. Didn't you have it with like pineapple flavored cottage cheese once?
Yeah, you did buy pineapple flavored cottage cheese.
Fucking disgusting.
Chunks of pineapple in cottage cheese.
I'm sorry.
It's very American, right? When people are like, it's like, oh, can you swap out with fries for cottage cheese? I'm like, why is that a situation? Like, so you want a burger and some cottage cheese? Because when I was taking people, because I worked in a restaurant in the US, when I'll be taking orders, can you swap it out for cottage cheese? And I'll be like, we don't have any.
No, why would you?
Like, why are so many people asking this?
And why is that a direct alternative?
I think because it's people trying to be a little bit healthier. It's like when you order a meal but you order a Diet Coke, it's like, I'm doing my part.
By having cottage cheese instead of fries?
I think cottage cheese isn't bad for you. It's
yeah.
I mean,
that's why people pretend to like it.
I wouldn't use it as an eye cream.
No. Why are we talking? Oh, avocado eye cream. It feels like flattened down cottage cheese.
Oh, I better get some of that. Like a souffle.
You were like that.
Like
yeah. It's just a bit too thick and
Tasty
heavy.
souffle,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, you know, it can potentially cause millie if it's too heavy for your skin.
Right.
But yeah, I think, and Kiehl's do a great under eye cream as well, that like midnight recovery or something. And no, maybe that's Estee Lauder, I can't remember. They do like, it's in like the blue packaging. Oh, and the packaging shit.
Oh, the packaging shit.
Oh, the packaging so
ugly. It makes me feel
blue and red?
Blue and red.
Are you crazy?
Blue and red should never be seen.
With a black lid?
Yeah.
You're I'm sorry. You're crazy.
Who thought up that combination?
They sound crazy. But yeah, I think what drew me to that Kiehl's, first of all, they're great salespeople. Because Kiehl's is another brand where I think you go in, they're actually well educated on
they know their products.
They know their products. But they can sell you products. So I remember going in, I must have been like, I can't remember, like impressionable.
13.
Older than that. When I lived in London, early 20s. And they sold this corrective thing to me. And it did work. It was great, but very expensive at the time. But yeah, a great serum. Do you have one more for us?
I do. I have a very quick one for you. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with a brand, Dior. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, I'm not familiar.
I think it's pronounced Dior.
Yeah.
So one thing I hate about fashion house brands is how they still give you an eyeshadow palette in a plastic container, shitty plastic, with a disposable applicator.
Yeah.
Like double-sided, my mum doing her makeup in the early 90s.
Pack of 100 from Amazon for £5.
Yeah, here's an eyeshadow palette for £100 and something.
If Benefit can give you a brush.
If Benefit can give you a brush, if Urban Decay can give you a whole brush in their eyeshadow palettes for that price, Dior can try a little bit better. In fact, I would rather it didn't come with that.
Why are you shouting at me?
Because you're part of this. I'll tell you why you're involved in this, actually.
Right, okay.
I just don't understand it. I don't know how everyone's sitting there at Dior HQ.
Being like,
just pop this disposable in.
Yeah.
Who touches up their eyeshadow throughout the day? With that
I don't know anyone personally.
I was just thinking, I don't know anyone who's like, I better. Like, I mean, we have things now like eyeshadow bases and longer lasting formulas, but I don't think I remember this one time in Morrison's Cafe, I watched this little old lady putting her blush on. It was she put so much on, it was unbelievable.
A little bit of rouge.
Oh my God, it was insane. She was so cute. It looked great. But yes, anyway, sorry, just remind me of people touching up their makeup. I think it's a very old-fashioned thing to have. And sometimes those applicators come in really handy. Like, I love them for, like, glitter. Or things that need to stick to your face. On. Exactly. But please stop doing that. Anyway, so this is my love-hate relationship with them. They do some really shitty things for some really expensive prices. When we were in Caudalie in May? No,
I don't. October?
No, November? Not just gone, the one before.
Oh.
May?
I don't know. Let's say May. No one cares. We'll say
I think it was May.
Yeah.
My hotel room, every single day I woke up to an advert. Is it Rose from Blackpink? Jisoo from Blackpink. I don't know any of their names or who they are. Lisa and Rose, I know. Yeah. She was on this advert. So every day my blinds went up, it was her with this Dior blush.
Yes.
By the end of that, seeing it for that week, I was like, I need to buy this new Dior blush. Let me
Billboards work, everyone.
Billboards work.
Guerrilla advertising works.
It does.
Yeah.
Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Stick. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Smells great, looks great, pigmentation beautiful, longevity is beautiful for a product that's so smooth and creamy. But I just think sometimes the reason I don't like Dior is because they keep doing this bullshit of selling these overpriced products that don't perform like some indie brands.
Well, aren't like most... Like, I think of, like, for example, like Gucci nail polish was the shittest nail polish I think I've ever...
Gucci's bronzer is one of the worst things I've used in my life.
When these big fashion houses launch makeup, why do... It's almost like merch for the people who can't quite justify buying the expensive clothing. It's like, well, I want to own something. Like, when we buy fragrances, like, I love Gucci fragrances kind of thing. But I wonder, like, if they're just like, oh, shove it in some plastic and get it out there.
I don't get it. I don't get it. How you make obviously so much money, but you're doing these horrible free gift-esque palettes, eyeshadow palettes.
And excuse me,
no,
but these are the brands that I feel can start creating that old-fashioned packaging, the metal packaging. You buy the little refills.
And Dior used to. They were the people that used to have those collectible compacts, and now you're giving us that blue fucking plastic. No, that's Chanel. You're giving us like that. No, that is Dior, right?
I don't know. They're all
I
the
can't
same.
remember that clear plastic lid, and you're charging us this much money for some mediocre product.
Literally,
there's a lot I like from them, but there's a lot I don't like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I just want what's best for them.
That's so big and brave of you.
Thank you. So maybe a good message from this episode. I was going to say webisode.
Web series.
That's very 90s Nickelodeon, isn't it? Is you don't have to like everything from every brand and feel like you have to support everything every brand does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be picky. You're allowed your, you have to want what's best for that brand.
You've got nothing to prove to the brand.
You've got nothing to prove to nothing to no one.
I think like we said, like when we talk about brands we don't like or products we don't like, I think people expect us to kind of like brush the whole brand under.
Yeah, no, not you need to try a bit of everything.
Try a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think especially when we know just because something doesn't work for us, it doesn't mean it doesn't work for like millions of other people.
That's it.
So message is just experiment. And the message is
go out there, enjoy it,
and experiment.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, don't forget, like, subscribe, do whatever you can do, whatever social media platform you are on, click that thing.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.